Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. What do Tom Brady, Pele, Joe DiMaggio, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky all have in common? Well, despite being famous athletes, they all possessed one quality that made them stand out amongst everyone that played in professional sports, and that was this. They were visionary leaders where they believed in no longer accepting defeat, and the way that they were going to win, and become champions is to make those around them better. That is a sign of good leadership. So when you think about building your team for your network marketing business, you have to sit and think, how am I going to get the best out of my team? And that comes from connecting with those you're bringing in, okay? Those that you are personally bringing in. You're finding out what are their hopes, their goals, their dreams, finding out what are their skill sets and talents. Now, as your network marketing business grows, I learned this from Todd Falcone. What he would do is he'd go through his genealogy report, and he would find whoever's making, doing a lot of activity, they've got a really explosive team, even if he's never met them and it's so far down on his downline, he will reach out to them and talk with them and get to know them and find out what are their strengths. Because what makes a team win, okay? And when you see this in professional sports where you can have an owner, like the Washington Redskins, for example, they would go and spend so much money on acquiring the best free agent talent. But if they don't have someone that can help bring all that talent together and lead them to victory, they don't win. They don't learn how to utilize all of the talents. Now, when you look at professional sports, especially team sports, you have to see that, like for example, in baseball, you can't have a whole team of pitchers. Okay, you need a first baseman. You need an outfielder who's good at throwing the ball. You need a good catcher who's kind of navigating everything that's going out on the field. You can't have a whole team of quarterbacks if you're playing American football. Okay, so what you have to do is understand where everyone's talents are and bring those talents out, and then get them to start doing that with their team members as well. Because when you bring out the best in others, you bring out the best in yourselves. And this is what happens when there is times of crises, all right? There will be times in your business organization where things are going to go off the rails. You're going to have a detour. Maybe there's going to be a change in the company, or the company changes its compensation plan, or the company's going to decide to close its doors. All right? And in those times of crises, that's when the leaders step up, and either going to survive in a crisis, or you're going to thrive in a crisis. And when you think about those athletes that I mentioned, how many times when they would be playing in a championship game, when their back was against the wall, they found a way to win despite the odds. And that's what you have to employ too when you are building your business. Excuse me. You have to start going out there with the belief that I am going to win no matter what. I'm going to win until and despite of. Okay, despite of the challenges. My good friend and mentor, Ray Higdon, 10 years ago, he was $1 million in debt and in personal foreclosure. And he had bill collectors chasing him down left and right. He had no idea how he was going to pay off $1 million in debt. But he embraced network marketing, and he made a decision. He failed at network marketing all through that time, and all of a sudden, when it just hit that point, he's like, you know what? I am going to make this work for me. This is my vehicle. I'm going to keep going until I win. And so he went out there and went for 20 no's a day. He talked to anybody and everybody, because Failure wasn't an option. He wasn't going to accept defeat. He didn't want to be a bad role model to his 2 young sons at the time. And he went out there. He went and got 20 no's. All he did is, that's the only number he tracked, was getting those no's, getting those no's, getting those no's, because he knew the more no's he acquired, he was one step closer to the yeses. And that's where he would find his leaders that he developed. And now 10 years later, he's not only paid off his $1 million in debt, he's moved into his dream home. He is now making, 7 figures a year. And I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be an 8-figure earner at some point. But he and Jessica now train network marketers how to go out there and really build the business of their dreams. They teach mindset, and they also teach very practical leadership skills and prospecting skills so that people can finally have success. So what you have to do is embrace that mindset of the professional athlete, like Michael Jordan, like Wayne Gretzky, like Pele, like Joe DiMaggio, like Tom Brady. Be like them, where they do not accept defeat. And what they do, because they know if they're going to win, they've got to build their team around them and build their belief that they can win. And when people see that type of confidence in a leader, they flock to them. They follow them. That's why so many people follow why Tom Brady is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, especially in modern history, with the amount of championships that he's winning. And he's thriving at an age where most are calling it a day. They're calling it a career. And he's going. He is moving forward. And that's what is a great hallmark of an amazing leader. And that's what builds the team. That's what builds the dynasty. That's what makes loyal followers. And you look at the Green Bay Packers. Vince Lombardi back in the 60s made them the team that inspires a loyal following to this day. So, I hope you got value from this today. If you did, leave a comment and share. Now, if you're not a member of Rank Makers, all right, that is the group. This is a Facebook group that I mentioned that Ray and his wife Jessica Higdon started. And they started it almost 2 years ago. And what they do in that group, Ray is committed to elevating the network marketing profession by making the network marketing profession, bringing out the best in everyone. And so he goes in there every single day and he does a video, either himself or Jessica, and they teach an action step, a very simple action step that people can do, that's easy to do. And they also do a training on how to rewire your brain, your psychology, how to market, how to view marketing, how to prospect, how to follow up, and how to close. I have been a founding member, and I'm telling you, it has really helped me and grow my competence and my confidence as a leader. So if you want to be a part of Rank Makers, I have the link in the video description, and it's also in the first pinned comment below this video. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care now.